All right, everybody. Well, guess what? We got a water leak. We ever since we bought this house, you can see in this hole, there's multiple places where this has been fixed. Well, I came over here a while ago from taking care of some other stuff with the animals and whatnot, and this hole was full of water. Now, I just repaired it a couple of weeks ago when I was home, and everything was all right, seemed to be. But then every time we fix it, it starts leaking again. That's the reason why it's still not filled in. You can see the dirt's all still piled up right there. Tools are still like right here. I brought that so I can maybe not get too muddy. So I'm gonna do a little video today on repairing a water line, I guess. I did buy some stuff where I'm gonna redo the way that it's shaped, because I have noticed that through the times of me fixing it, this side of the pipe over here wants to be lower than that side of the pipe over there on the side of this T. So I'm going to build a little deal to where I can let that, I'm thinking maybe that being in a bind is what is keeping it from, what keeps it leaking. It just finally gets enough pressure over time, I guess, to get it to start leaking. Then once it starts leaking, well, it just gets worse and worse and worse from there. So I'm gonna set y'all up on a little time lapse, let y'all watch me dip this water out of that hole. All right, so now that all the water's out of the hole, you can actually see down in there, you see there's a collar right there, another one right there, a T right there. That's how many times I've fixed it since we've been here. It's like a never-ending, ever-ending battle. So now I got the water out, kind of let the residual kind of drain down in there. I'm gonna gather some parts up and whatnot to be able to fix this. I bought them last time in anticipation that I was going to have a problem, but like I said, it's been fine for a month, and now all of a sudden it's went to crap again. So we are we'll go round some parts up, and then we're going to get in here and get this cut and see if we can't get it fixed the way we want to get it fixed. So we'll be back with you in a little bit. Okay, so as you can see, a variety of parts, collars, 90s, a T, couple of T's, purple primer, cleaner, and cement. So I already got that T piece cut out, and I'm gonna try to get it, well, I can't really get it down in there to show y'all the height difference. It's about 3/4 of an inch height difference. So what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna come off with a 90 on both sides, kind of out this way, and do a connection piece in between with a 90. That way I can get this piece on, I can get this piece on, and the uprights, and then I can just slide that in. So before I was having to like manipulate this, move that pipe all around and stuff, and I think that's what was keeping it from really setting right. So I'm gonna dry fit everything, get everything dry fit up. That way we know that it fits, and then I'll pull it apart, clean everything real good, prime it, and then glue it. So I'm gonna attempt on this little Camry stand to get y'all kind of maybe where y'all can see a little bit. Oh, you can see part of it right there. Let's try this other side over here. Move that way. Let's see how that looks. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna try to dry fit it. And get all this kind of put on there like so. Yeah. I think I might just use there like so, in there like so. Yeah. And then we'll have a 90 like that, a 90 like that. Oh, and that'll make it go together so much easier. So I'm going to cut us a piece about, open up. Oh, well, this best to be too long to begin with. All right, let me trim a little bit off of that. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, I think that in there like that. I can just, oh, I need to trim a little bit more off that. Ah, that cut crooked, which is kind of odd. There we go. All right, let's try that on for size. Get that together like that. It's still a little too tight. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh yeah, that's gonna work way better. I don't like putting that many 90s because it slows the flow down coming in the house, but that's what I got to do to get it fixed. So that's what I'm gonna do. All right. Get all this. Now, what I've also noticed is that's the original pipe for the house right there, and it is like super thin PVC pipe. Like here's the piece I cut. You see how thin the wall is right there in it, and then this is the new stuff I'm putting in. It's good, twice as thick. So I don't know if maybe that's part of the problem, is the fittings I got are for the thicker pipe or what, but we're gonna set you guys up a little bit like so, and then we'll glue this dude together. Okay, this is this side. All right, I'm just gonna lay it out kind of in its order. All right. Really want to get that cleaner down in here on this piece, because it's down here in the dirty hole, in the dirty water. So I really want to get that cleaned up really good. And then we're going to go ahead and prime those two pieces down in here. That way they're good here in just a little bit. When it's time to go. Now, I guess well, get the lid off of it. I'm gonna go ahead and do these pieces that I stuck down in there. That way they clean, and we know they're clean, and they'll make a good contact down in there. Whew, I'm getting wet. Alright, so this is what we're gonna do. Got mud all over me. Alright, so what we're gonna do first, we're gonna prime all of these pieces right here and get them ready to go. Now, as my wife decided to remind me, I guess you could say here a little bit ago, I am not a professional plumber, and that's probably the reason why I've had to redo this several times is, well, I'm not a plumber. This is not my forte. I'm good with animals. I'm good with my work I do offshore in production, and I'm pretty decent at mechanicking. I'm decent at a lot of stuff. Plumbing ain't really one of them. But hey, we're gonna make it work. That's part of the homesteader's deal, right? Is just finding a way, making a way. Hopefully, with some luck, this will be my last time fixing this particular water line. And of course, I'm not sponsored by anybody. I don't have enough viewers. I don't have enough subscribers to be sponsored by anybody. But these dudes right here, when it comes to plumbing, I have learned this. I don't even remember the brand name of them. I know I bought them at Ace Hardware. They'll cut like 5/8 inch up to 1 inch pipe. They ratchet closed like this and cut the pipe, and then you just push the handle back and it pops back open and you're ready to cut the next one. That is, I ain't gonna say a game changer when it comes to plumbing, but for home repairs and stuff, especially stuff like this where it's hard to get down in there with a hacksaw or something like that, it works magnificently. I have used a ton out of it, especially being that I've worked on this so many times. I got mud on the lens, hang on. So that primer ought to be dry now. It looks pretty dry, yeah. So I'm about to glue some of it together and get some of it kindly set up. So with that being said, let's open the glue. And one of the bad things about PVC glue is as soon as you open it the first time, well, I can't get my pliers to work right. That lid does not want to come back open. Well, I'm going to open it more anyway. So I'm sure y'all hear that air conditioner in the background. I know it's October and the air conditioner's running. Middle of October and the air conditioner's running. It's hot today. It was down in the 50s a couple nights ago, and now we're back up here in the dang high 80s during the day. So, you know, it's hot. So I'm gonna coat that piece, and I'm gonna coat this piece. That way I can get good double coverage on there. Put it in there real good like that. Then we're gonna do the same thing to this side right here. We'll get that all glued up. I'm about to run out of working time in my hole. It's filling back up with water. So I gotta hurry up and get these two pieces on where I can actually, well, actually I might have to bail some of that water out of there without getting it all over the pipe that I don't want to get wet. Give me a little bit more working time down this hole. That should suffice. Okay, so let's loosen that up. Get y'all set back up down in the hole. Y'all can see what I'm doing. Alright, so we're gonna take the glue and we're gonna glue this side really good and inside there really good. And we're gonna get that on there kind of like that. Now I'm gonna take this piece and we're gonna do the same thing on this side, like so. Now I guess I should prime both them sides. I don't know why I didn't. Gotta go on both sides. Oh, I did on that one. Alright, let me glue my little piece together right here. I got a wet primer in there now. That's good. That's good. My fingers is purple, so there's that. Glue that. Glue this. Stick that together. Alright. This. And glue this. Now, all the way around really good. Inside here really good. And then slide that whole dude together. Alright, so we're gonna give that about, oh, sorry, dropped the camera. We're gonna give that about 15 minutes or so. Ashley and the boys are, well, Ashley and one of the boys is not home, the other one's still at football practice. So I'm gonna give that about 15 minutes to dry. So got all that glued, primed, cleaned, and we're gonna see how that goes. So I'll be back with y'all here in just a little bit when we get ready to turn that water back on. Okay, so it's been about 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and the water's about filled up the hole again. But I'm about to run up to the road. Danny's gonna stand here just in case it comes from together. It shouldn't, but he's gonna check it out and see if it's leaking or whatnot. So I'll be back down here in a minute. All right, guys. Well, water's back on. I still got to turn it on to the house and that little pipe right there. That valve's closed inside that piece of pipe. And it looks like there's no leaks. There's no water dripping, I don't think. I'm gonna get down here and feel. Well, Xander got water all over it when he bailed the water out, but let's see. I had a rag. I think I throwed it in the Ranger. But it don't seem to be leaking none. I mean, it's a little wet, but it's not like building back up. So I think for a non-professional plumber, I may have finally fixed this one stupid spot in this water line. Now, them 90s like that will slow the water velocity down coming into the house. So like when there's multiple things going, you know, shower, washing machine, sink in the living room, good Lord, sink in the kitchen, the water pressure may drop a little bit, but it's fine for now. Knowing that that pipe is that thin, it's that old school, really thin 3/4 inch pipe. I think eventually we're gonna have to relay a whole new main line all the way down here to the house. And I'm probably gonna upgrade to a 1 inch and go with like a 1 inch schedule 80. That's what's in there now is a schedule 40. So I think I may upgrade to a 1 inch schedule 80. That way it's twice as thick, it'll last twice as long. I want to upgrade to a 1 inch because we're eventually going to tee off and go to the goat pens and things like that and add water. So I would rather have the volume coming through there. So we know it's kind of a weird video, but this is part of the things that goes on around here, is plumbing problems, especially here. So I figured I'd just show y'all a little quick tutorial on fixing the water line. So we appreciate y'all support. We appreciate y'all following us on Facebook, subscribing on YouTube, follow us on Instagram, all that good stuff. Keep sharing it. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. If you're new to Facebook, go ahead and click that follow button. On YouTube, hit that notification bell. You'll be notified every time we upload a video. And we will see y'all on the next one.